Good evening, November Foxtrot, and welcome to the show. We are joined tonight by Kelly and Sam from Broken Parts Squad. Some of the stuff that you guys do is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm not gonna waffle at the beginning. I'm gonna let you just introduce yourselves first and tell us a little bit more about yourselves and Broken Parts Squad.
Yep, I'll go first. My name is Sam. I'm almost 21 in a couple of days now.
Started just a baby.
Yeah.
Literally 20 years older than you, man.
Oh god. So I've always wanted to play airsoft since I can remember, probably like 11, 12 years old. Just always wanted to go. It's always been my thing, and I finally got my first rifle at 18, and had to get rid of it quickly because my parents were not supportive of that. And then I had to get my own one later on when I was a bit older. But been going airsoft for about almost 3 years now. So almost 3 years. And when I first started, I was going on crutches to a place called Apocalypse. No, not Apocalypse.
No,
Tactical Warfare First, which was in Croydon, and it was a very small site. It was about 3 acres. It was like the smallest site I've ever seen, and it was awful. Not the site. Well, it was okay, but the crutches, awful. Never play on crutches. It was terrible. It was just a lot of hard work, and that's what pretty much forced me to do do a bit of research and just piece together a massive off-road chair. That's just have fun and not sweat like the rest of you guys.
Don't have to worry about getting the steps in, do we?
Nah, still rolling.
How about you, Kelly?
So I'm not saying my age because the lady doesn't say her age. So older than Sam.
Only slightly.
Yeah, good boy. So I've been playing for years and years now. So I haven't always been disabled. And I played at my local site, which is Apocalypse. And then then I was marshalling up there, playing with Misfits and all of that. And then thought I wouldn't play again when I became disabled. Met Sam, the creator of these massive, beast wheelchairs, and have gone back and we're just smashing it now. So, yeah, loving it.
So you're obviously part of I assume sort of founders of Broken Parts Squad.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that, because obviously not a lot of people, I don't think, know about the Broken Parts Squad like team and brand and stuff.
Yeah, so Sam and I are the founders of BPS, and we started it because we both have, both disabled. We have an interest in airsoft, and a lot of airsoft isn't accessible. When you're disabled, you find that the world around you is very inaccessible, let alone wanting to do hobbies and things. And we both love airsoft. It's a brilliant community, brilliant game. It's all about having fun, blah blah blah. But so we sort of came together and realised that I'm good at taking photos and videos and marketing. Sam is brilliant at building these beast wheelchairs. So we just thought, right, let's go. Let's see if anyone's interested. And we have been really welcomed in the community all over. We've had invites to go to different sites. So we're going to a wheelchair day
In
Lincolnshire Airsoft in August. We've been offered to come and just look at places and see if we can sort of consult on how they can make their sites more accessible. I think they all just want to go in the wheelchair, really, but that is on the, they can do that.
I didn't pluck up my courage to ask Sam to have a go when I first met him. Well, it's too soon. Second time we meet, mate.
Yeah.
It's really good if you get a chance. If you see us, like, ask us.
It's not a problem.
Because it's a really good for able people to be able to see the sort of struggles that you might have whilst you're in a wheelchair, whilst playing airsoft. I mean, I constantly fall out of my wheelchair. Sam says I'm going too slow. So if I go
you got to go faster. You got to go way faster.
You go faster, you don't fall out. But I'm not finding that. But thankfully, like, people that we're playing with, they'll come in there, just drag me out and pick it up and
It's a real battlefield.
It is.
Yeah.
So, but it's part of the fun. But I'm just really pleased that we've been, welcomed into the airsoft community with this, and now we've got a squad of about, I think, 19, maybe. They're actually all over. We've got someone in Scotland. Actually, I said it's Zach's birthday. I needed to say happy birthday to Zach. And down here in Kent as well. We're all, around the place, but we try and meet up when we can. So
I'm just going to point the obvious out, but I feel it's very kind of you to offer people to have a go in your chairs, but it's not the sort of thing that people would normally ask to do. Like I know. But
have you seen these chairs up close in real life?
No, I have. I've got a photo, and I'll bring it up in a second. No, I know. I'll bring it up in a second, but it's not the sort of thing you wouldn't walk up to a normal wheelchair user and say, "Oh, can I have a go?"
No, you get that a lot.
That's fair. That's
very common. Yeah.
But we have a policy: you break it, you buy it. So
buy it. Oh,
you break it, you buy it. So you can have a go in it, but if you break it, you buy it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I just see myself getting quite silly in one. No,
you need to go around with Sam then, because he's the same.
I'll bring a spare. You can follow me around.
Excellent. Sounds great.
Nice.
It's interesting, and we'll film you all the way around.
Sounds good. So, guys, you just said you've got 19 members of the team. Are all 19 of you rolling in these battle wagons?
Not at the moment, no.
No. So some of the disability, we say that we're built by and for disabled people. We do have able-bodied people in our team as well. So it's not strictly that, right, you have to be disabled to roll with us. But some people have hidden disabilities, things like that. So not everyone is necessarily in a wheelchair like us.
Right.
But we do sort of say, right, if you want a wheelchair, right, we'll sort the details out, tell you what it's all about, and Sam custom builds them, and go like that. But I would love 19 people wheeling around in these wheelchairs. It'd be wicked.
Absolutely, it'd be the best QRF.
That would
ever.
be
just literally. Honestly,
that's the goal.
Yeah,
it's definitely the goal. Yeah,
I have sold quite a few to people that don't play airsoft. Because obviously
you
it's a bigger.
Talking me to getting into airsoft.
Well, I tell them about it's a lot of fun, but a lot of them are elderly. Just so they're not really too interested. But it's a good way
I can build you this, but you have to do this first.
Yeah, you got to come. You got to play a game first before you can buy it.
That's the way. We do actually. I was going to say about custom Fletchers, wasn't it? Is it custom Fletchers, Sam, or Fletchers Customs?
Oh, for the mount.
Yeah. So we've had a wonderful offer from, I think it is Fletchers Customs, and they are going to build us a mount to put on the wheelchair, so a gun mount to go onto the wheelchair, and then a custom gun to go on it as well. So we're looking at a M249 at the minute, possibly a HPA. So it's going to turn the wheelchair into just a tank, and I cannot wait to just roll up to a site with that.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I've just seen in the comments.
Zulu says, Fletcher Customs.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm in Lance's
Amazing.
truck.
Oh,
Let
that'd be
him out.
Dan. There he is.
Yeah, Dan bought Lance's truck. It's not a theft scenario going on like this.
right,
Yeah. It's not a live theft going on right now.
Oh wait, Lance, your truck's gone.
Or even that, he's just creepily sat in my garage in the truck.
Yeah. We are joined live in the studio or virtual studio audience by Zulu Airsoft. We've got Les, Chris, Daniel Guest, Tactical Foo says hello. Landnav Challenge. We've got Mopski. Hello from across the pond. Cheers from Indiana, which is cool. Thank you for joining. Phil Dunn is down in the other side of the planet. So hi, Phil.
Phil, mongrel.
Zulu says we've got car theft. Miss aggravation as well. Evening. Just before we jump back, if anyone has any questions for Kelly and Sam, please feel free to throw them in the chat. Put a little Q at the beginning, just makes it easier to see. And then just before we get onto that as well, we had an announcement that we wanted to just let people know. So Defiant have asked us, we wouldn't mind just giving them a little bit of a plug for some events that are coming up. So Raid 2024, which is this weekend, is HQ Driffield in Yorkshire. No holds barred punch up in an old derelict RAF camp. There's a battle sim coming on the 19th and 20th of July at Longmoor, so people can book on either for the day or for the full weekender. Those booking the full weekender will be getting an introductory CQB training course on the Saturday evening and a chance to socialise with the great James Underwood. James wrote this, by the way, just to clarify. Saturday is going to be mid-cap standard rules and the Sunday will be real cap only. And then there is Op Fenrir on the 23rd to the 24th of August at Longmoor again, which is a full 24-hour full 24-hour mil sim. The situation is inspired by early 2000s Iraq insurgency, but modernised and brought up to 2025. So if you are interested in any of those, please head over to defiantevents.co.uk and there'll be tickets available on there. Or you can jump onto the Defiant social media as well and find them. And if you want to pester them and ask questions, ask James how his mil sim is. He loves that one.
Absolutely do that. Yes.
Yeah, specifically use the wording that we've got in our sim guide on our website as well. He will quite helpfully come back to you with some rude language. So yeah. So let me bring up a picture of these amazing machines that you guys make, because they are absolutely phenomenal. And I've got a question about, because I think they look like they're battery powered.
Yeah.
Let's just bring that up. So is that
nice?
What do you do to kind of how do you make these? Let's start off with that, because that's quite. Well, I look at that. I wouldn't be able to make that. So
there's no manufacturing. It's more like it's kind of like a Lego set. So I've just kind of used a lot of electric bike parts. So the fork, the battery, the headlights, the handlebars, the stem. Pretty much everything on the front is for e-bikes. So it's nice and cheap to replace stuff. It's all mass produced, so no expensive repairs. The back is just wheels that I've replaced on the chair. I've removed the front wheels it's like an off-road. It started off as like an off-road chair, but have made it more kind of off-road with the front on the front. And that's really it. Bit of a paint job on it as well, and it's ready to go.
And don't forget the camo. So the camo on the back of the chair.
Yeah.
And then Sam's done a camo over the battery. So
it's quite a large battery.
The moving bush.
Yeah.
It looks wicked.
Yeah.
You need to have a go in it. If you're a driver woods or a apocalypse, you can definitely spin it around.
I'm sold. Sign me up. I want one.
Yeah, the new motors can get you up to about 43 miles an hour.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I would go that fast, but they
so is there a smooth enough surface at an airsoft game to enable 43 miles an hour without just fucking flying?
No, you'll be flying all over the place. Yeah.
I think you'd need that sort of torque though to get up the hill at Apocalypse.
Yeah, that's what it's for. The torque for getting up hills and stuff, and all the hard bits. Yeah.
No, the Apocalypse Hill is just no one will ever get up that in any.
You might be able to reverse it up. You might be able to do it if you reverse it up. Maybe. Possibly.
I love seeing John at the top of it, but that's the only good thing about the hill was John's there waiting for a big hug. Other than that, it's crap. That hill.
it's the nice smooth path and road that you have going up the hill as well. It's not just the physical change in elevation. It's the the little micro terrain that you've got to go up.
Yeah,
makes it more interesting. Sam, how much was one of these weigh out of interest?
I think the front weighs about 32 kilograms. The back weighs about 18 kilograms. If you can zoom in, I don't know if you can, but if you can zoom in on the
I can have a go.
There's you can see it from here. There's a clamp where the footrest is, the top of the footrest. So the chair comes apart into the 3 parts. So the wheels come off at the back with a push. They just they're called quick release. Yeah. And then the front detaches from the frame of the chair. I take it to airsoft in a Mark IV Polo.
So everything flattens down basically. It's same. So
I've tried to zoom in. I've zoomed in on my screen. I've just realised that no one else has zoomed in. I'll see if I can actually get it to zoom in for you guys as well. No, I can't do that. I can make it bigger. There we go. Just remove us.
I am actually in the middle of doing a video to pop on socials to sort of say, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this, and then we will do one of it flattening as well. Yeah. But it will give you how big the wheels are, how fast, the motor, the screen, everything like that. So it's in progress.
But I mean, this could be adapted for many things, not just for people just to play the airsoft. People find it a challenge now to get out and even just a wild camp or go for a bit of a trek.
That's what I sell most of them to, people that want to just go to the woods, have a little trail, just wilderness, just in the woods. Yeah, you don't have to, you can get you can go through any woodland on this chair if there's, as long as there's no massive logs, any trail it wouldn't be an issue. Obviously, it's not
comparison. I don't know. I'll get my one, and you'll see in comparison an everyday power add-on, which is what the front of these are, compared to what I've got for my everyday office use or pop into the shops. Carry on speaking. I have to take my question.
So with this model, then, so you can essentially have a standard chair setup that you could add these. So you say I was to buy you, I had a standard wheelchair. I could buy the front end and the off-road rear wheels and just convert mine.
It depends on
the bits you've got to do.
It depends on the frame. I normally just use 2 frames that I already have because I've kind of, if you use a different frame, it could be higher up, so you'd sit at an angle downwards or upwards. So it's not the best to have a different frame. I like to use the frame in the picture. There is the one with the adjustable side rests, and then the one that Kelly has flip up side rests like a Lamborghini. They both the side rests come up, so you can easily get out and get back in.
So can you see the size of the wheel on this?
Oh, hang on. Give me 2 seconds, Kelly. Let me just remove that. There we go. Right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So it's the front wheel. So these bars go into my wheelchair, and then it sort of pops up handlebars. But the wheel is tiny in comparison to the ones that Sam builds. It's shit. I hate going around on this down the street on that. I'd rather go out on the one that's 30 miles an hour and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But of course.
Taking names.
So I did notice a comment on there, which I was wondering if from Land Nav Challenge.
Yep.
So we actually have a BPS, a Broken Parts Fund, going. So if you buy a patch, which I happen to have here, so one to go onto your kit, really nice PVC one. Part of the proceeds of that will go towards the fund, and we are able to then provide these wheelchairs for people that really need them or could do with them, that can't particularly afford them. We are also branching out to things like beanies. Typically, it's not the weather for it, is it? But trying to do a bit of merch, but because we are doing this on our own, it is expensive to live as a disabled person, let alone put any extra money that you might get every now and then into
Yeah, I
it.
can
So
imagine.
people can definitely get in touch with us and always donate to the fund as well. So
Oh, that sounds good. There might be something we can incorporate on a 24-hour show, Mike. I think.
I was just thinking exactly the same, Lance.
Yeah.
Great minds think alike.
Good man. Yeah, absolutely.
Zulu Airsoft says, I recommend the patch. They are amazing quality, so it's a win-win, and you get to help the team.
I'm
There you
just
go.
gonna
Sign me up. I'll have one.
answer the couple of the questions in chat. How well does it go up? Burnt out Land Rover Hill Apocalypse. For me, I couldn't get it up because I'm a big lad. You know, it was with the old motor as well, so I'm not really sure. Well, it doesn't get up with the old one, but I'm not. I'll give it a try with the 2000 watt motor, and we'll see how it goes. And I can't share the cost of putting it together because it's it's
for us to know.
Yeah. But the price, if you was to buy the entire chair, the wheels, and the upgraded battery, because it ranges in price. It starts at about £1,600, and it can go up to 2,500 depending on what you want with it: spare wheels, spare motors, extra battery.
And to also put that into a bit of perspective, just the power add-on that I showed you a moment ago, that cost £3,000 just for that. That doesn't even count. That's not even my wheelchair. That's my everyday wheelchair that I use as well. So we know how expensive it is. So we always try and keep the costs as low as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
There's a brand called Tri-Ride, and they make a similar sort of thing. They've got the same size front wheel and similar kind of battery capacities, and they sell for £6,000 just for the front part, not the chair included. It's just the attachment on the front.
So it's not exactly a cheap bit of kit to produce and use.
Nice.
How practical are they? Obviously out of the field. So, for example, if you were, I'm just thinking, like, a lot of people are quite fortunate to have cars and things to get them to places. Like, can you just drive them around on the public paths and stuff like that? I mean, I'm assuming not at like 40 miles an hour necessarily.
Legally, they are not allowed, but obviously you've got the
it's
the
in
other
a grey
brands.
area.
Yeah, it's a grey area.
Because it's a power add-on. It's not a e-bike specifically. It's a power add-on for a wheelchair, and it's not a mobility scooter. So there is a lot of grey area. Now, I've got a copper who lives across the road from me who came out when he saw this and was like, that looks awesome. And I was like, thank you. And I said, am I allowed to ride this on the pavements, or do I have to go on the road? And he was like, I wouldn't have a clue, because there is that grey area. So I pop round my town and to shops. I can't fit in the shops, but I pop around near them in my beast wheelchair all the time. And it's like, I'm just dropping off a parcel, go past and just lob it in and go. Yeah.
Well, I take mine to the pub all the time, as much as I can. It's a lot of fun.
What's the journey home like, Sam?
Oh, I drive it there. I drive it there in a car because it's quite a while. Wouldn't want to
go across the park, through fields.
Yeah, foot on the motorway, just in the hard shoulder.
Brilliant. Well, so after you first, Sam, I'm guessing you sort of like took it upon yourself to sort of construct this battle machine. What was your first sort of like saute out into an airsoft field like? Like, did you encounter any problems, or
I first started
with failure, or did it just go swimmingly?
Well, I started off with one like Kelly's, but a cheaper version of it, 12-inch wheel. The new ones have got 20-inch wheels, so it's quite very small. It's got like it was horrible. I couldn't get anywhere. But the bigger one, the first time I took it out, I was getting a lot of compliments. I was just getting everywhere. I was diving in and out of trenches. I was going up hills. I was just it was great, amazing. Obviously, over time, it's been changed a little bit. Obviously, the motor, the battery, and the back wheels, but it's stayed relatively the same all throughout, other than the very first time with the smaller one.
Mm-hmm. And I can imagine there's been an awful lot of jealousy.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, let me get on the back. Let me get a ride.
Yeah,
lazy.
Come on, man, this is not fair.
I just noticed one of my friends is in the chat as well. Julie Fuller. Hi,
Oh yeah,
Julie.
yeah.
So what I tend to do is I will go out on the Beast wheelchair, and I've got some Ray-Ban Meta glasses that film. So I use them for vlogging whilst I'm in the wheelchair, and she always says it's fantastic, but all you can hear is, because I'm going so fast, it's the wind constantly.
There's no windshield.
It's like,
That's cool. I was just thinking whether you could potentially attach two side by side and almost turn it into, you know, like the please tell me if this sounds insensitive, because I have a real habit of saying the wrong fucking thing, and I just shout at me. I have a habit of it. I'm well known on the show for putting my foot in it. But you know, like the Chuckle Brothers like quad thing that they've got, like that red thing. Yeah, because I can imagine that. No, sorry. No, not the go-kart, but you know, like the four-seater thing. I could just see if you had sort of two potentially together to get the traction, whether you could turn it into like a QRF. No, like a QRF vehicle, like as in you could almost have like two seats on the back.
Link in and like link axles.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
There'll be a lot of engineering. You need I think you need
that's a lot.
You'd have to weld the chairs together with a pole.
Yeah.
And then
basically, Sam, Mike wants you to make him Megatron.
Yeah, just a car.
Yeah.
You're reinventing the car. Yeah.
Plus, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
It was just an idea. I just wondered if it would be practical. I told you, I do put my foot in things. I apologise.
I'll tell you one. No, you say that, Mike, on another tangent. Have you ever thought about getting these tracked? Is there a way
tracked?
Yeah.
As
in tracks, as in tank tracks. I don't mean like tracks as in satellite tracks.
I think the cost would just run away too quick with that sort of thing. I've seen a couple of those built for people in wheelchairs in America, and they were saying the cost was between $10,000 and $20,000 for a tracked kind of off-road chair.
It's the weight of it as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I can't get my wheelchair in and out of the boot on my own. I have to have help with it because it is quite heavy. But you can get hoists in your boot that help. I just don't have one. But yeah, so you've got to bear in mind the weight.
I suppose, yeah.
What are the rules regarding wheelchair hits? Driver wood, it's basically yourself. If you get shot in the, obviously I can't feel my legs as much as someone else. So if I do get shot in the leg and I hear it or I see it, then obviously I'd call myself out. But if I didn't see it, then it's not possible for me to know I've been hit. But just anywhere on the body, the chair doesn't count because it's just massive. It's just I'd be out every.
It's an easy target, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd be out every second if hits on the chairs counted.
Mixed aggravation suggested a trailer.
Oh,
we've heard this a lot, haven't we?
Additional kit or a mounted machine gun, or me with a mortar in the back.
Yeah.
Well, I have to look into that. Get a prototype going.
Get it done, mate. Yeah, rear facing chair, and I'll be rear gunner.
Yeah.
I'll be all over that. I'd love to do that.
Around, like
like off a Lancaster bomber. Come on, Sam, put your foot down. Let's go.
Put your foot down.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah.
So, not to bring the conversation down, but have you guys ever found any kind of negativity towards you playing airsoft or anything like that? Sort of. Anything like that.
Only from your regular kind of non-hit takers, just that kind of
dickheads.
Yeah, just the regular. It's nothing to do. They'll never shout like anything to do with the wheelchair or disability or anything like that. It's just if I shoot someone and they don't call it, that's pretty much the extent of it. There's no nastiness. We both go to great sites that would have no tolerance anyway towards that sort of thing.
Yeah.
No,
that's cool to hear. I was hoping that was going to be the answer, because you do sort of find that airsofters generally tend to be quite inclusive, and I'd have been surprised, I think, if you'd have found that. But it's cool to hear that that's, you just deal with hit takers the same as the rest of us.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Non-hit takers just.
We just run them over now.
Yeah.
Just keep
they signed the waiver.
But what I've experienced with it as well is because I've known a lot of the players when before I was disabled, and obviously now. And I've been out apocalypse mainly, and I'll fall out of the chair, not on purpose, but and both like blue and red will be running towards me to help get me back up and sort of back into it, and and it's great, and then they just part ways again and then shoot each other. So
But Kelly, have you ever done that sort of on purpose, like being on red team?
I was going to ask that as well.
And then a couple of blues come and put you back
oh
in.
no
Yeah.
oh no, I'm going to fall over quick. That's where they were hiding. Shh, don't tell anyone.
Hide the team behind us. Just fall over.
You wait, you'll go back next
Make
week.
a
No one's going to help
robot.
me. They'll be like, no, she's going to shoot us. I know what a game is. That was tricky.
Yeah. We have not. I've not done a milsim myself. I don't know. Kelly, have you done a milsim? Oh, you have done a milsim. Yeah,
I
remember
have
that,
done a
actually.
milsim,
Yeah,
but not in the chair. But I would actually love to do a milsim again. Because I really want to take my youngest to one as well. But I would love to see how the chair. So, well, we'd need to have a charging point. That's the only thing.
Oh, I've got
a charging point.
I've got a lot of batteries now, so we can just load
Oh,
up the car
okay.
with- yeah, I've got like 12 now. We can
Milsim, yes.
just load up the car full of batteries and just change them out.
Yeah.
It could almost be an objective to go and capture some more batteries, couldn't it?
Yeah, just lay them out in the field. Leave
Yeah,
them
we need to get the wagon back on the road, chaps. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sam, have you ever considered, like, because obviously you've designed these to be able to use that camping, wilderness walks, things like that. What about some like sort of solar pack sort of thing for charging or something? If you're stopped off, can you
it'd
sort
be
of
too
deploy
slow.
something?
It'd be way too slow.
It'd be too slow to charge
Yeah,
it.
the consumption is. I think you get about 25 miles out of a battery for the smaller ones, and then I think the big ones is about 35 miles to a charge. Yeah, you're not going to get much sunlight energy in 25, 35 miles of travel.
Plus in the woods as well.
Yeah, there's canopy above. Mortar hits on your chair, harm it in any way. Do you have insurance? No. I've not been hit by a mortar yet.
Same.
Touch wood.
Feel like we're setting ourselves up now. No, when you see them videos of, oh yeah, he wanted to be shot with a whatever, a shotgun with 12 bullets in it. Turn around to do that, and then we do that with the mortars.
Yeah, the
in the
new
wheelchair.
Wolverine shotguns. They hurt. Yeah, no, we don't have insurance. But the airsoft guns that shoot our batteries and stuff, it doesn't seem to be causing any problems. No breakages. The only thing that's broke on mine so far is a couple of forks because they're just a lot of stress going up hills and stuff. Off-roading constantly. They're not really properly made for that. They're more like road bikes and stuff, but it's just nice and easy to replace them, so it's not an issue.
Yeah, if anything
I guess
breaks,
there is some
I
sort of
just
form
go
of
to
suspension
Sam.
to the front.
Yeah, it's got the front's got a suspension. The back has no suspension because we haven't figured out a way to add in a suspension yet.
That's a rough ride.
Do we
Well, I see.
find being seated? Do you receive more headshots being at that lower height? Yes.
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 Even with my hand up, I get
Yes.
peppered in the face every single time trying to go back to safe zone, and someone's just there shooting at my face.
Yeah.
You'll always get them, mate. You'll always get them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is ridiculous because obviously we are really easy to be seen, but this is one of the things I always brag about this. I have managed to get a knife kill on someone whilst in the wheelchair. My greatest airsoft achievement. But yeah, you do find.
Wasn't that your first time using it as well?
That's my first time using the chair.
First time using it. You just got a knife kill.
I just snuck up behind someone.
I've not done something that cool yet. I've been here a little bit longer.
I could imagine that if you just sort of stand there playing, you say you've not come across you guys before, you just stand there playing, and all of a sudden, one of you just comes launching towards you at 43 miles an hour. You probably get a knife kill on me as well, to be fair. Just like, what is that?
Run away! Run away!
Oh god!
They're not that bad all the time.
A little bit scary.
Yeah. Zulu Airsoft says, Sam, there's a milsim up here. Are you coming?
What
Well, it's
time would
up
that
in
be? Because
Scotland, isn't it?
I need to get my new car because my current car is a hatchback, so it's not quite big enough for the chair to fit in. All of my stuff as well. I think I could fit the chair in, but I don't know if I could fit my guns and all the rest of it in. It's quite compact, but I'll be getting an SUV in a couple of weeks, so I'll be able to go if it's further than a month or so away.
So what's a question for both actually? What's sort of like the load capacity of the chair? Like, can you carry additional kit on there? I mean, is it got like molly panels that you can just attach whatever you want to it, or is there a certain limit, obviously regarding the weight and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I put molly patches on the sides where the footrests are. I can put a backpack on the back, more molly bags on the handlebars at the back as well, and the weight limit on the chair itself, the frame on the back, is about 125 kg. So it depends on how much you weigh. You can put as much stuff as you want on. Yeah. I can't put a lot of stuff on, but
To be fair, the molly bags are really good though, aren't they? Because I have one which is like all my grenades are in, and another one which acts like a dump pouch, things like that. You could just do whatever you want on it. So
magazines, everything.
Yeah.
Don't even need to wear.
You guys obviously for like a Milsim event or 24-hour thing, whether you could run like a 24-hour kit from your chair sort of thing, like regarding what you'd have to take out into the field sort of thing.
Probably just
be to see a battle ready like laden wagon.
Yeah, it would just be like anyone else, but with more batteries.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Stephen Whitehead has just beaten me to the question I was going to ask. So what sort of loadout do you run? Do you generally tend to go for, he's asked you go for sort of shorter barreled, but so I was going to ask if you kind of go for like an AEG, like assault rifle type thing, or do you find that you favour like a DMR or a sniper role, or?
Me personally, I've got all of those things. Fortunately, I've got you can't really see. Can I shine a flashlight behind me for the?
You can turn the light on, just don't touch anything.
Can't really.
He's got a nice rack, basically.
It's a bit lackluster at the minute. But I run. Sometimes I run a PKM if I'm feeling brave. Other times I mostly run my HPA TK45 and my HPA MK46. That's my main kind of loadout. It's got a Wolverine Gen 2. So it's the nice short guns, which is good, but I can run the PKM, the full size one, but it's just a bit difficult. Obviously, you have to stick the barrel down on the floor, kind of, and lift it up. So it's a lot of weight.
I think both of you actually, if you look up a guy called, he's a great friend to the show, Harry Badger. If you've not looked him up already, he's a long-time friend of the show, and he's a very keen inventor of things.
Nice.
Pay particular when you do look him up on Instagram. If you do on his page, pay particular attention to the smart gun that he created. He remade it from Aliens, and the platform that he used to mount it on. It could well sort of tick some boxes for you guys in your weapon mounting systems.
So what?
Yeah.
Go on. So what was his name?
Yeah, Harry Badger. Look up Harry Badger on Instagram.
Harry Badger.
And look at his smart gun. That he made. It's like an alien. It's actually
he's got like a camera jigged arm, doesn't he? It's sort of got that all built into that.
Full
big Vasquez from Aliens with a smart gun. And then,
so we have got. So on my chair, we've got a gun rack on it, so you can put the sort of gun in like that. But I was finding particularly that I run a PDW 15, so it's quite a short gun anyway, and I just couldn't keep putting it in between my legs because my thighs were just killing me keeping the gun steady. So we were trialing with the gun rack at the minute as well. So it seems to be working, but
few kinks to work out.
As always.
Yeah.
So with the chairs, obviously that gives you the ability to get out on the field and actually enjoy the hobby that you both clearly have very passionate about. Is there anything else that is a little bit of a hindrance still when you go to games? Are there things that sites could look very simply, for example, just like a little tweak here or there that could just make that more accessible for sort of wheelchair users or anything like that, or is it generally just the chair kind of obviously gets you out in the game and that's really the core of it?
For me, it's just fallen trees. That's the biggest kind of obstacle for me, and roots as like tree stumps, little ones, because I've lost 2 foot plates so far. To
chainsaw attached to the
tree.
front.
Yeah, just yeah.
That would solve
Lost 2
that
foot
problem.
plates.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's just it. Anything on the ground, bushes, that's fine. They can just get through that. As long as it's not higher than a certain point, it goes under.
But
Have you guys come a cropper yet out in the field, like where you thought, yeah, that's low enough, I can get under that, and just gone, oh shit.
I mean, the only thing that gets damaged.
That didn't go well.
Yeah, the only thing that gets damaged down there is the foot plate. So if I lose a foot plate, I can just put my leg up on the bars that connect to the front, and it's not a problem. And I just keep going. It's only happened. It's only happened twice so far.
I've nearly taken my head off thinking I could get under that. I couldn't get under that. But the good thing is that there's so many sites are like, oh, let us know if we need to change something. Let us know, and we'll change it. And because we want you to be up here more. So we are so fortunate that there are some really decent people and site owners that want to make it so that we can keep coming. So.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I'd imagine it's. I don't know about you, Lance. It's hard to kind of put ourselves in your shoes in terms of because I've never gone around in sort of like a super cool battle wagon before.
Well,
it just looks wicked.
You definitely can. Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, can I have a go, please?
Yeah.
If you like the quad bike at Battle Lakes for Octo 8, you'll never get it back. So
yeah. Is it hard to move? CQB. So at my site, we have a outdoor CQB little area. There's just containers and bits and containers chopped up. It's not hard as long as it's not, small enough where obviously I just can't get through. Full stop. But there's not anywhere on the site where I can't get to. I haven't been to a proper CQB site, so I couldn't tell you if it's difficult there.
We've been invited to Redditch, I think it was called, wasn't it? Redditch Share Source?
Sure.
And that was a CQB place, but they had a step, and they were like, well, we've just got one step to get into. And it's like, yeah, but how big is the step? Can we bump up it, or do we have to get someone to help lift? But
because there's the bump, the bridge at Driver Wood to go to the helicopter for the briefing, and the chairs can easily get up that little step for the briefing. I don't think you could do much higher than that.
That's impressive, man. It's really cool. It's wicked that you developed something that allows you to carry on doing the sport you both love, obviously. So
yeah. Don't think anything else could do it. Not even the competition, if I do say so myself.
No, I tell you, I mean, you guys, you'll have to get yourselves along to Shift Your Riffs next year and have a stand up there.
Yeah, I've have some chairs ready.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Honestly, it'd be a great reach for you and the team to get your name out there a bit more and stuff, because it's such a fantastic weekend. I mean, we've just finished one a couple of weeks ago. And
whereabouts is it located?
Oxford.
Oxford.
Oh, that's not bad then.
It's not too bad.
It's definitely worth it. It's such a great weekend. Really good vibe. You guys
And
love
that's
it.
the thing. Yeah, we're like, we always say to people, if there's places you can recommend or, that you think would be good to do, we're always like, yeah, cool, we'd love to.
As long as it's within about a couple of hours, can travel there.
Yeah,
driving.
man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we'll definitely sort out for next year. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or is it only yearly Shift Your Riffs?
Yeah, once a year.
So it's like NAE, NAF, National Airsoft Festival type. It's like that sort of thing. I don't know if you've been to that before. It's very sort of poor analogy.
Well, I've seen it. I've seen
it's like a weekend festival, airsoft festival, with a game going on during the day, and boot sale and stands, and loads of the big airsoft retailers come down. and we're there as well.
Nice.
That
Doing
probably
our
puts you
thing.
off going.
That depends. Are you going to have the cleavage, Mike?
Yeah.
Always. I've been trying to keep it right. We will just address this because this is probably going to be a problem going forward. It turns out that with my t-shirt and these lights, if I sit in a very certain angle, it looks like I've got an absolute epic cleavage going on. And I've been very consciously trying to like hide it throughout the evening. And I'm going to have to, yeah.
Maybe we need to get orange NoFo ties to go with our polo shirt.
I'll have to get like an undershirt, like an under t-shirt, just to be like that.
A cravat, sorted. A cravat.
A cravat, yeah. A tactical cravat, that would be cool. The problem is the button doesn't stay done up.
As well, guys, is where it's at RAF Abingdon, they've got a nice long runway strip, so we could have some drag races.
Oh. See who's faster, the
If you
share
guys
or...
would be down for that.
Yeah.
I certainly would be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll even hold the Czech flag with my little Daisy Duke shorts on.
No, you'll be running next to us. You're having a drag race with you.
I don't think I can run 43 mile an hour, Sam. I don't know who you think I am.
We'll give it a try. We'll give you a little head start. Yeah.
5-second head
Fair enough,
start.
cool.
So when you're playing, do you find that your tactics, I guess, are any different to, like with the chair? They're any different to someone that's not in a chair? So I mean, presumably, I don't know. Like, are you just like fucking like almost like, as you say earlier in the chat, like hit and runs, just like screaming in, taking players out? Yeah.
I mean, the start of the game. So everyone's blowing the whistles, and you just go as far as you can.
You just see Sam go without the noise.
As far as you can.
Unbelievable.
You have to be at a spot where no one's going to think anyone is first, and you get all the people you want. Obviously, after that, it gets a bit more difficult as the game progresses because you've got to, bit more smart about it. You got to just kind of roll through the woods, find a little spot. If I'm using a DMR, sit back a bit. If I'm using the PKM, I kind of just stay with the team and just shoot everywhere. And that's other than that, using my regular setup, which is the TK45, which is regular play.
And what about your skills for like manoeuvring? Like, if you could, is it quite easy for you to flip a 180 and just go back the other way? If you've got like basic manoeuvres and stuff like that, you can sort of pull out. Yeah,
the chair, the front wheel just goes. So that's it for it. Just goes 180. You can do 180. You can just turn within yourself. So the turn radius is straight away. You just turn round.
Amazing.
And then the handlebars on my one, they extend out to where the edge of the back wheels are. So if I'm going through somewhere, I know I can fit as soon as the handlebars are through. And if not, then I hurt my hand quite a bit. But that's that's a lesson learned a couple of times.
Yeah.
The sort of wedge between two trees, like fuck.
Oh yeah, just whack my fingers on a tree on the left side. Yeah.
Oh mate.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Being like a bike propelled, like a bike, presumably it doesn't have reverse. I don't know a lot of electric bikes. Yeah. Oh, it has reverse. Okay.
It's got a reverse. It's got speed 1, which is I think it's about 6 kilometers an hour. Speed 2, you can get up to about 20 kilometers an hour, and the speed 3 is just the maximum power it goes until it can't speed up anymore.
I don't think I'd like to reverse at 20 in the car, let alone being on one of those wagons like that. Christ,
you got to just look over your shoulders all the time.
Yeah, you don't have a reversing thing, so we just normally go, get out the way, reversing.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is there's no paint to chip. You're just hitting the wall of your tires, so there's no damage.
Right, yeah, with you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Sam. I will give you the money to fit. The smoke launchers that you get on like the Land Rovers and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, get some of the electronic smoke launchers off.
On the top. Yeah.
The ironic thing is that Sam's call sign is Smoky.
Yeah, I use a lot of fire.
Oh, there you go.
A lot of fire.
Smokes in the wheels and then does a smoke screen with smoke grenades in the wheels.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
I did that once with I think it was like 6 or 7 EG18s in the wheels, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe at all. It was too much smoke. It was way too much. I had a right shield as well on my left side, and I was just covering myself, just smoked the entire forest out.
I hope you give like your teammates plenty of notice that you're going to do that.
Oh,
I'd be
no,
worried
never,
that, like,
never.
You'll go screaming past, and I go, "Oh shit, Sam's battery's just exploded on his wagon.
You've
Out
got
of
to make a
control.
surprise.
It's
If
just
you
coming out of the back of the car."
if you tell the team, then it's too much of an advantage. You can't do that. You got to just go. You got to just do it.
Yeah. Is he using a smoke grenade or is it on fire? I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Everyone's cheering. I'm just on fire.
yeah. Go Sam, yeah, no, yeah, come on.
The HPA tanks. Oh, sorry.
You go. No, go on. It's fine.
Yeah, so the HPA tanks, they sit on the. Sometimes I run a backpack. Well, all the time I run a backpack actually. Put it on the back, and I put the HPA tanks in the back with everything else I need, just spare smokes, mags and stuff, just so I don't have to go back to the safe zone. And then what was it? Yeah, I can put the HPA tanks on the sides as well, so it's a bit more easier because the back you sometimes get the hose rubbing on the wheels, and I've had a line ruined because of that, unfortunately.
I like it's the ground version of the red arrows.
Yeah, it's just. So sorry, I'm just gonna answer that last question. So taking hits is just pretty much everyone else. I take the hits on my body. Nowhere else. The chair is impenetrable. If I get hit on that, it doesn't count because it's such a big target. So
Weapon hits count though.
Oh yeah, weapon hits.
So weapon hits count. So you obviously go to your sidearm if you've got one and things like that.
Yeah. It's just regular rules, but with a vehicle.
I hate weapon hits. It really pisses me off. I'm like, come on, I can't.
We had it at that Octo event where it was you and me shooting each other, and it was weapon hits, and we were like, because neither of us are used to weapon hit rules. It was like, I don't know, like I'm in, am I out?
I'm panicking now. Yeah, then you mag dumped a whole gas mag into my thigh.
Yeah, well, you know.
No BBs come out. It's just ice cold gas.
I was just thinking you could make an absolutely wicked like juggernaut armor, like almost like a power armor type thing. You know that would look cool.
I've got something like that. I've got an Altin helmet. Obviously not real because those are very expensive. I've got just thicker armor. I don't use it that much because it's when I'm at Driver Wood. There's just a couple of little if there's a hill, it's like kind of like that. You've got to kind of position yourself to the right. So if I'm wearing thick armor, it's kind of hard to judge where I'm tipping or what I'm doing.
Yeah,
it's not a very common loadout.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Stephen Whitehead says, "Are you boring MTP tactic bros or camo connoisseurs?"
I wear Green Zone, but is it Pencott Green Zone and Wildwood and what is it? Oh, what's the camo called? It's forgotten the name.
It's green.
It's the I can't think of the name, but it's some Polish camo.
Oh, the
is it?
Yeah, I know which one. The WZ. Is it the WZ9 something or other?
Yeah, I think it's that. Yeah. But yeah, no MTB around here. Well, not for me, at least.
Yeah, I do. I am the boring one. But I do have a Russian digital one as well, which I really like. But, yeah, I need to get some more kit. So if we've got any people watching who wants to, hook us up with some kit, then I'll run whatever.
Can definitely do that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell a lie. Tell a lie. I do wear MTP on as my chest rig. It's the warrior one, the warrior chest rig. Yes, that's the only MTP.
Oh, yes, good chest. I've got that myself.
Yeah.
The 901 Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, good man. Oh, so you do wear some MTP? Oh, now it's all covered.
Yeah, just a tiny bit, just that one bit.
Yeah.
And mine is head to toe.
Can't break away.
Just
you can get that in tan, don't you? That rig. It's not the MTP.
And OD. So, what are your goals for sort of 2025 and sort of, I guess, moving into 2026? Because you're obviously you've got your fundraising initiative and sort of trying to raise funds to obviously help build more chairs and sort of get loans and things out there. Have you got like a target that you're trying to achieve, or have you got like any kind of set goals that you're thinking you're sort of trying to work towards?
Well, for the chairs, it's more. I just want to get a few more out there to people so they can give me feedback on what need to be improved or what needs to be changed. But I've not had anyone say anything about improvements so far. I think obviously for airsoft it would be for the airsoft it would be getting the gun mount made and installed, and some sort of a suspension for the back wheels eventually if we can get that. But that's really the only improvements I can think of.
It's still really getting the word around. When Sam and I sort of like thought, oh, let's work together and let's just build this squad. We didn't really think, oh yeah, it will do really well, or oh no, it's going to be shit. We just sort of thought, well, there must be other people that are disabled that are playing airsoft or want to get back into airsoft or even get into it for the first time. And it's been so nice hearing from so many different people all over the UK and even abroad, over the pond as well. So we haven't really got anything set up that we're like, yeah, right, we want to hit this point by the end of the year or, anything like that. We just want to be that support because, we have a Facebook group as well that gives each other support through it for those disabilities too. So no, we've not really got anything fundamentally planned. We're just taking it as it comes and just enjoying it really.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I mean, have you ever thought about reaching out to like specific sites and saying, like actually building a chair for which would be like each site could have a chair that someone would be able to hire out for a skirmish or a session sort of thing?
This has been a discussion actually with a few sites that they've said about hiring one of the wheelchairs and sort of putting out there like they've got this and everything like that. So we are in discussion with a few sites for that sort of thing as well, which is really, really positive.
No, that'd be cool. That would be cool. Because like you say, if someone can't afford to actually purchase their own chair, but they've got the ability to be able to go to their local site that's got a chair for hire,
yeah,
they could hire it for a morning session or an afternoon session. That, like you said, it opens a lot of doorways for them to get back into the sport or start a sport they want to give a try to.
Yeah, we've sort of heard from a lot of people that have wanted to do the sport, but thought, no, I'm disabled, I can't do it. I mean, we've got a couple of people up at APOC. We've got Bandit, for example, who's got one arm, and he's been playing up there for years, and he just has a sling, customized for him to be able to shoot guns and everything, but it's about finding those different ways. We haven't had someone come up to us that stumped us yet with regards to, we wouldn't know how to help you with that or anything. So I should have said that.
Yeah, challenge accepted.
Yeah.
No, it's cool, guys. It's really cool. I love it.
I was just checking to see if there's any more questions. So Zulu says, Kelly, have you ever checked how long the drive would be up north?
Too long. I could drive a couple of hours and that's it, and then I'm tired. We'll sort something out, Zulu. Don't worry.
Get a van.
We'll just sleep in it.
Yeah.
And then Andy said Redcon 2 would be perfect for a hire chair.
Where is that? I've heard about that. Whereabouts is that?
That's Abington. So that's where they hold shifter riffs.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be an awesome site for you guys. Definitely.
Yeah, that's like I say, we do get asked to come places, so
I'd definitely go to Redcon.
Or is it Redcon?
That's only an hour and 40 minutes from me. I can do that.
So if someone, decided that they wanted to get into the sport, or that catastrophically had something go wrong, which has led them to being wheelchair bound or anything like that, what would be the sort of the process that they would need to go through to kind of get in touch with you and sort of to progress that? Is there any sort of I don't want to say like complicated procedure, but I'm guessing like each sort of chair is custom to people a little bit. Obviously, I guess people have different needs.
Yeah, so it's you can pick between a couple of different sets of wheels. Obviously, our ones are the thick 4-inch wide beach wheels, but you can get 2-inch wides if you're just going for trails, or it's an airsoft site where it's not much dirt or terrain. So it's completely up to whoever. If you just drop us a message, I can get in touch with you and sort it out. Obviously, the custom part would just be the size of the chair. So 18-inch wide seat, 20-inch wide seat, 16-inch wide seat, handlebar kind of placement, how far it goes up, how close you want it to yourself. That can be changed and to whatever is comfortable to whoever is interested. And then that's really as far as it goes. And then also the frames. There's 2 different frames that we use. So one's with flip up side rests. So if it's more difficult for you to move, you can transfer from one place to the chair. Or we've got ones with just adjustable side rests, so you can have your side rests come up, so you're more comfortable when you're using the chair. And they're both different. It's a lot of different things that goes into each one to make it usable. But it's none of that is for kind of the person that needs to use it. It's just for the difference in chairs that we use.
Yeah, fair. And is it just a case of just getting in touch with you through Facebook or?
Yeah,
Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah.
Facebook
Anything.
tends to be the easiest one. But yeah, Facebook, TikTok, and then we go from there. Sort of say what you need, and what we can do to help. Yeah, so all good.
No, it's cool. It's good to see it's growing as well, like in terms of getting people into the sport and being able to sort of pull your kind of your little clique, I guess, together and kind of get that support network going. That's cool to see. Yeah.
See, for some people, they're a bit too. Some people, if it's for airsoft, there is kind of a limit where you kind of just can't really do it. If you've got kind of less muscles in your upper body, it's a bit more difficult because it's a lot of power. You don't want to be flying off somewhere and you can't stop, or you tip over and you're going to be seriously hurt. You need to be kind of a bit stronger up upper body to be able to and have kind of a a way of knowing if you're tipping over. Like you can kind of still feel a little bit more where you can kind of position yourself to not fall out.
It's the safety aspect of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mentioned about me falling out, and it just feels like slow motion at times, just going down. But I know that in that case, I'm fortunate that my upper body is fine, but I'm losing a bit of dexterity in my hands. But I just make sure that I go down safely, and then when people are helping me up, obviously, that's its own thing. So it's kind of like you need to learn to be safe in these wheelchairs as well. So as much as because we use them a lot, like we muck around on them and everything, but you do have a good chat with us to make sure that it's all going to be safe and okay.
Yeah. Out of interest, sorry, I was just saying, out of interest, is there any sort of other bits of kit that you found have been like useful that you wouldn't have thought of? Obviously, you've got the chairs, but is there, because necessity is always the mother of invention. So I just wondered if there's any kind of other little tips and tricks or things that you found. You go, oh, that's really fucking handy, and then sort of adopted those as part of your kit.
Kind of just a spare wheel. That's really it.
No,
the other airsofters wouldn't use would be a spare wheel, and then air pump.
What about
tools? That's really
What
it.
about
for
your
us.
BB thing? Your BB loader?
Oh yeah, I've got
Ah.
a Vanguard. Yeah, this is a great bit of kit. This is you've got the Autobot, the smaller version. It's like an auto
Yeah.
loader for the mags. I've got
Speed
a
loader.
Vanguard. It's called a Vanguard. Hold on.
I've got
Yes,
the poor person's version.
It's like a.
But something that I'm really keen for us to do is to do reviews on airsoft items that can help people that are disabled. So things like the AG Autobot that I've got, and like Sam said, he's got the Vanguard.
Vanguard. It's like a ammo box with a couple of barrels cut up to feed into mags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So things like speed loaders, the ones that you click with, aren't
Horrible.
very good for
Terrible.
a lot of
Yeah,
us
awful.
that are disabled.
Yeah.
So having an auto box would be great. But we're still trying to look at ideas and reach out to companies on trying to maybe test things that could be quite useful for disabled airsofters.
Yeah. I just wanted to answer this question. What do you look for on a site, or do you literally just turn up and see what happens? So I normally kind of have a look at a couple of YouTube videos of gameplay there, see what, it's kind of just a general look at what it's like. I saw, a lot of the times these people don't film the hard part, so it's hard to kind of gauge what it's like, because, if you're going for the hard part, you're just going to cut that out of your video because it's just not very entertaining. But I kind of just
bits.
I just kind of like to see a video, a little uncut would be the best one. Just watch where the spawns are, where they're coming to, where I can't go to, like a tree's falling down there, or there's a barrier. Just find another route round.
Sites are quite good in allowing us to. So if we can't get to a spawn point, for example, or it's like down a hill, they are quite good with letting us sort of start a bit further up, so that we wouldn't have to sort of go out of our way to potentially hurt ourselves and things like that. So that's quite a positive thing as well that we found.
Yeah, Driverwood's great for that. They just let me pretty much, halfway to the middle. I just stay there, and because at a certain point there's a hill, and then it goes across a bridge, which I can get to, but it's just a bit, when it's muddy, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's cool that the sites are accommodating like that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So if you could have this isn't specific to the chairs now, but if the two of you, I'm just interested to know if the two of you had, the ability to have any kind of attachment or like no money barred, anything like that for airsoft, what would you spend your money on?
I mean, I'll go first here. I would attach my I've already got it, but the Vanguard speed loader. It's like an ammo box. I'd have it attached to the back of the chair with the little hose. I've seen a couple of people have the feeding hoses that are sometimes in box mags and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have it just fed directly into my gun, or just never have to reload. That would be.
I guess if you got the gun mount as well, that would be wicked with a LG.
That would be perfect. I'd just do that. That would be the only thing I'd want to do.
It's almost looking like Twin Vickers machine guns on the back of the old.
I mean, I do have 2 PKMs, so I'll just stick them on the front and just start blasting.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Yes, Sam has the whole gun rack behind him full of all of these guns, and I'm like, right, I've got a one rifle and a pistol, and that's it. Some more guns. But I would definitely, it sounds ridiculous, but a new kit just to get away from multi. Yeah.
Bit more unique.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Zulu says, how much was your speed loader, Kelly?
It was, I think it was 69 quid from Patrol Base.
69? I thought it was a lot more than that. I thought it was about 130, was it not?
Sam's about to fact check here.
£110 on a BZ tactical.
Kenny got a discount, it's fine.
Yeah. You got the discount code.
It was the cleavage.
There you go, Mike. You need to try your cleavage now to see if you can get some discount stuff.
Oh, I've been so conscious of it the whole show.
I'm so sorry, Mike.
No, you're fine. I need to get some new lighting.
Mirror after the show, like, have I got to clean that?
Yeah. No, I do. I definitely do. That's part of the problem. Yeah. There was another question I was going to ask, but I can't remember what it was now.
Oh, I had a question.
What? Yeah, go on.
Sorry, go on, Mike. Go on, no, you go, if you remember.
I was just going to say, what ultimately inspired you to go down the route that you went with the chairs? So, I mean, because there's, I would imagine because there's like mobility scooters, I guess, is an option, but maybe not as practical. Or, I mean, was it just you went with like one vision and went, no, that's the way to go, or did you have a look at a few different ideas first?
Well, no, I kind of just tunnel visioned on this sort of thing because I already had the smaller one, and I was like, there's no way, there's not a massive, there's no way I can't get something way bigger and more capable for off-roading. And it just kind of just went like that. But mobility scooters are limited to normally between 4 and 8 miles an hour. Yeah, so it's not very practical, and the wheels are very small. They're like, 8 inches across. It's very good for off-roading use, and they're quite low to the ground as well. So the chairs are just more high up. They're bigger wheels. Parts. I know what parts need to be changed when they need to be changed, and maintenance is just better. I don't want to have to take a mobility scooter to a shop and service it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. How about you, Kelly? Have you ever looked at sort of different options or thought about different options? Or
no, to be fair, Sam sort of leads on this sort of thing, and I saw where it was that he had the sort of standard wheelchair, and then to what we have today that we sell. So it's been really nice seeing that grow. I don't have the smarts or the want to be able to design stuff like that. I just want it to work. So I'm the one that goes, yeah, okay, I'll take it. Let's see, right, can this be better? Can we do this? I do tend to break a lot, which I'm always going, Sam, have you got a spare bit for this? And he's like, yes.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
So he's always lovely with it. But so no, for me, it makes sense. There's so many different mobility aids out there, but this is perfect. What Sam builds is perfect for what we need.
this might be something that we've already sort of skipped over. What's the actual name of the chair? Like, I know you've got like the beast written on the back of them. Have you got like a? I know Lance has been calling it a battle wagon.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. We haven't.
I thought it was taxi chairs. We actually did put this out on social media saying, what should we call them? But there weren't any that were suggested that we were like, yeah, that's definitely the one.
Yeah.
So we don't have a name specifically for them. My chair is called the Beast. But yeah, it's just, we'll go with your one, Lance.
Yeah. There we go. Official name. Battle wagon.
Winning.
Battle wagon.
How easy would it be to swap out wheels for tracks? I don't think that would be possible with the current setup because the motor's at the front.
Trike as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a trike, so there's no way to have kind of the tracks go from the sides. Oh, hold on. Oh, there we go. To the front. It wouldn't work. You need a quad bike or quad track.
You could put winter tyres on the rear though, and then almost like a ski on the front for snow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We need to stop talking to you guys. And you're going to be going, ooh, adult money.
Oh.
I wonder if that could work for like winter games when it is like getting wet with mud and that as well.
So we have.
I mean,
last winter we did it, and it was tough in the muds like that. I got stuck quite a bit, but yeah, that's a tough one.
It might be a bit better now because we got the I've got the upgraded motor now, and with a lower pressure tire at the front where the motor is, it kind of just forces traction. So maybe this winter it'll be a bit better on the mud.
What about like chains? You know, you get the ice chains. You could put that on the front of the wheels. Yeah. That'd be cool.
We did do that. Plastic snow chains on, didn't we? But they kept breaking.
They kept just flying off, and marshals were like, "Is this yours? Is this yours?" And I was like,
"Everywhere." Just follow some bloke around the corner in the head.
I was just littering everywhere with zip ties.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know if your mic, Lance, it's just getting a lot of feedback then all of a sudden. Oh, now I can't hear you at all because you just muted yourself.
My earbuds just died, so I'm going to put them back.
All right, okay. So a little bit of a fun question, but if you could build like the ultimate broken parts squad site, like what would that be in your mind? Like if you could literally just do
disabled toilets.
Yeah. Oh no, the Driverwood has a disabled toilet. They've got the best. They've got the best toilets around. They got heated floors. They got everything in there.
Yeah, it's good there.
Yeah. That's
like, I don't know. It's just everything with mobility in mind, isn't it? So I still love going up and down like hills, and like skate. I love a skate park.
And skate park into an airsoft site.
Yeah, that'd be wicked. Yeah. So everything that's still out there, just accessible.
Yeah.
Because I'm not much of a CQB fan, but I like Woodland and all of that's what I've played for the years I've been playing. So I quite like that, or being able to get down in trenches and being able to get around them still, stuff like that.
I mean, the only inaccessible parts for me would just be inside places with doorways. I just can't get through because the chair's very wide. So it's also just long as well. So getting into like a double-decker bus at Driverwood is not possible. But I'm not missing much. It's just indoor places.
Yeah.
And let's be fair, I mean, an awful lot of sites in the UK are predominantly woodland.
Yeah.
This, that, and the other. You've got the odd urban site and things like that. But I mean, I'd say a good 75% of sites are all sort of field woodland.
Yeah.
With some sort of structures and that built within it. So the majority of the sites would be accessible. It depends what the underground conditions are like, sort of what ground conditions were like for the wagons to get through.
Yeah, I mean, we went to South Herts Airsoft, didn't we, a few months ago, and even up there, Barry was like, there is a little hill, but we will compacted. We will compact it so you don't slip everywhere, because it was like, what's the ground like?
Was it gravel?
Yeah, it was like gravel and like bark sort of texture. And he's like, no, we'll compact that. So, something as simple as that, so that we're not sliding around or getting stuck in a divot, and that really helps it as well.
So I'm conscious of the time. If anyone has any last questions they want to get in, please feel free to throw them in the chat. Just a couple of comments that we missed is that at the beginning of the show, Chris thought that bloody hell Andy has a new look, and then I realised it wasn't Andy on the show. So well done, observational Chris. Les also said QRF would be wicked at 43 miles an hour. See you in 5 minutes, not waiting 90 minutes and they never turn up.
Yeah, absolutely. Resupplies incoming.
I think it's absolutely fantastic what you've both put together, and honestly, hats off to you. And going forward, if we can, we'll have a chat offline about getting some links to your socials and bits and pieces on the website, because I think it's a thing that I know we would like to help support you in any way that we can.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
very much.
Honestly, though, I think you need the smoke launchers off the back. That's something that. Yeah. I'll see if I can pick you the Chatham Military Affair. They've usually got a few of them floating around, so I'll see if I can pick you some up.
I mean, what's the price range? Because right.
Sam's on it already.
Yeah.
Sam's got a lot to do this evening. Sam's got smoke grenades to fit. He's got a ski wheel adapter for winter games. All sorts going on. And he's got to make me a rear-facing chair gun turret as well.
So that's the one downside to playing winter in a wheelchair, is that you're not running around, so you're going to be colder. Your body's not heating up. So winter is very cold.
Heated seats. There you go.
There we go.
Right, he's going to chuck some hand warmers in.
There we go.
Sit down on them. That's it.
Use the smoke grenade heat for warmth.
Sam giddy.
So one question that we like to ask, sort of, what got you into airsoft originally, anyway? Because I know that you sort of said that Sam kind of, you had an airsoft gun and then it got taken away from you, so to speak, and then you got what do you think sort of drove your passion for airsoft?
Oh, it'd be all the YouTube videos. Just, I mean, I've been disabled since I was 8 years old, so I've after that, I was I just couldn't stop watching airsoft videos. It was all just, it's like I just couldn't believe that this was illegal in the UK to just go around shooting people with plastic. I was like, this is great. I've always just wanted to do it, and now I can.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's a good origin story. Yeah.
So I love guns or military stuff and, things like that. And I went to Cornwall to visit my dad and years ago. And I talked my wife into letting me buy a 2-toned airsoft gun. So random. It was just at market, didn't do airsoft or anything. I just bought it and then realised that there was a site really close to where I live, and it just all went from there. I went up there on my own, as a woman. It was a bit of what's it going to be like? And just never really left after that. They were brilliant up there.
Fair play, that's cool.
Yeah. Cool. So the only question that we've had come in was from Andy, who said, "Was I missed?" Yes, you were, mate. Obviously, it's always nice having the show. Yeah. Right. Well, that's probably pretty much it. I don't know if do you guys want to just sort of plug your socials or anything like that? Just kind of give a shout out. I've already put the Facebook page in the stream chat. I will post it on if you're listening back via a podcast or anything like that, I'll put it in the descriptions as well as the YouTube and Facebook. So I'll post that in there. So if you can't find them for whatever reason, it'll be in the chat descriptions. And then failing that, you can get in touch with us, and then we can put you in the right place as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let Kelly do the socials, because she does 99% of all that.
Yeah, TikTok we are literally just Broken Parts Squads, and Facebook Broken Parts Airsoft Squad.
Yeah.
So yeah, be great if people can like and follow, and we put as many details as we can, and try and do as much socials as we can, but fitting it around work is a difficulty at times. So
absolutely.
But thank you for having us, guys. It's been
thanks very much.
Really great.
No, thank you for coming on the show. It's genuinely.
No, thank you. Yes, no, pleasure. Yeah, pleasure is all ours. Thanks very much for that.
And equally, don't forget, we've got the badges as well. If you want
to,
the badges. Get one of them. Don't worry.
Yeah, good.
One. Need one for the collection.
And definitely.
Yeah.
No, I was saying to Lance and Andy, like, we not to put a downer on all the rest of the guests that we get, but ultimately sometimes airsoft chat can be a bit samey. You kind of get sort of similar questions sort of pop up now and again, and it's genuinely very cool and interesting to find out like a new facet of it that I didn't really appreciate until sort of Lance threw it in the chat that it would be cool to get you guys on the show. I didn't even realize that it was a thing, like, you know, and it's cool been like learning about what you do and stuff. And yeah, genuinely, if we can do anything to help you going forward, then let us know.
We'll definitely
all be getting patches.
The same. You know, I didn't really sort of enter my sort of forefront of airsofting and people with disabilities getting into airsoft at all. You know, and it wasn't until I did that jumble sale down at Driver Wood, and I literally went out to get a drink, and I just walked past this battle wagon. It was like one of those moments. I sort of glanced at it, walked past,
we
and
need to
realised
sort
what I
you
just
guys
saw,
getting
and sort of backed up and went, "That's really fucking cool."
I saw your eyes were glued to it. You went past first, and then you came back, and you were like, "That's really cool." Can I get a picture?
Yeah, no, that was banging. It's banging. It was good to meet you then, mate. Yes, and obviously, it's gone on from there. So, fair play to you guys for doing what you're doing.
Love to get into the field and actually have a game.
Absolutely, yes. As soon as you got that rear-facing seat and the gun turret, mate, I'm there.
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait.
You've got to bring your own gun though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
Free rides. Also, £10.
It'd be cool to do a. I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth in terms of what your plans are and stuff, but it'll be cool to like an event maybe at some point. We could find a site to kind of host it, and we could do maybe a bit of a fundraiser, and we can hopefully come down and support that as well. And like that'd be cool.
Great.
Like,
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Nice one. Oh, genuinely, thank you ever so much for coming on. It's been genuinely really interesting. So, if anyone wants to get in touch with us on the show, then you could do so on the email nofochat@hotmail.com. Our Instagram is @November_Foxtrot_NoFo, and the website is novemberfoxtrot.co.uk. As said, we will have the links to Broken Parts Squad on the descriptions of the things anyway. But if you, for whatever reason, can't access that, get in touch with us. We'll put you in the right place. And then you can hit Sam and Kelly up with all your thoughts on how they can put extra weird and wonderful gadgets on their bits of kit, and it'll be cool to see. They've set the gauntlet down to challenge them. If you want to get into airsoft and you have a barrier of some way, get in touch with them, and they have guaranteed that they will be able to make it work for you.
In the right direction.
There was no guarantee. There was no guarantee. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to disappoint people. But,
we can never disappoint people, Sam.
So we'll try our best. So we'll try our very best.
Yeah. No, cracking job. Yeah. We normally do sort of a closing words, which can be words of wisdom. It can just be an inspiring thought, or it can be a load of waffle. So with you being the guests on the show, I'd like to invite you both to provide some closing words for the show this week.
So we have a motto, which is broken, not beaten. And that is what Broken Parts is all about. Being broken, but not beaten. More of a statement than anything else. But
No, I'm just laughing at the comment, the KFC family bucket. That's my words of wisdom right there.
KFC family bucket. You can't go wrong with one of them, mate. You can't go wrong with a warm hug from the Colonel.
Yeah.
Well, nice one. But thank you ever so much for coming on to the show. Genuinely, it's been a real pleasure. And hopefully we will get you back on maybe if sort of a couple months' time. We can find out how you'll be getting on. Yeah. And you'll be like, all these stupid ideas you guys came up with, and they're now all implemented.
Loads of money.
Yeah,
it's just
good one.
All this sitting around to this doing nothing.
Sam won't be on the next show. It'll just be Kelly going, Sam didn't want to come on because it cost him too much.
Adult money, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, absolutely cracking. So thank you ever so much. We'll be back next week. I don't know what we're talking about next week at the moment.
Oh, I should have to check the calendar.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've got a guest lined up or what the crack is. So we'll be back though Wednesday, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. In the meantime, say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
They're seamless. We're really synced up tonight. It's great.
Done this before. Ciao, Bella. Nice
one. Yeah. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.